Morning, Sarah. I've seen you in real life now, huh?
Can you see me?
Hey, you said hi to me in the hall the other day, remember?
No, can you see me right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good. I was just saying, I actually saw you in person the other day
Oh, okay.
for the first time.
I saw your classroom, and then
Yeah.
I was like, "That's Mr. Cooney."
You recognize the stuff on that wall back there, huh? All right, here's some more people. Good morning, everybody. Gonna wait a couple more minutes here. A couple people having trouble getting in. Okay, probably want to get started here. Okay, first of all, note Q1 grades, you probably know this, have been finalized and reported for all of your classes as of last night, certainly including mine. If you weren't doing any makeup stuff with me left over from last week recently, which just about none of you have, then those are pretty much finalized once those personal narratives were graded. Participation was finalized. You already know what you had, but that is official now. So just letting you know. Okay, so for today, New Zella. Okay, we got a new article in there. Make sure and give that a close read. Complete that 1 through 4 quiz we usually do. Keep that nonfiction multiple choice reading comprehension practice going. Number 2, vocab. Reminder that the lesson 3 test will drop this Friday. Okay, I want to just make sure that we get off to a good start doing that on time so I can give you full credit. And remember, you can get, it doesn't matter how many you miss, as long as you get that in on time and then you do those corrections over the weekend, then you get that full 40 points. Most of you guys are fine with that. Grammar, lesson 7 is due by tonight. Some verb phrases, make sure and get that done if you haven't already. And then we are going to be getting back into study sync as we begin this Dreams and Aspirations unit, which once again is going to lead us up to Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. So if you haven't located that book, make sure you do. I'm just putting that out there way ahead of time, even though we won't get to it for a couple of weeks. Make sure it's around, and then we don't start it and you suddenly realize you don't have it. So we did this blast assignment that was assigned Monday and finished last night. Okay, that has been checked. It's kind of a tricky check because I'm actually grading 4 different items there. Okay, so it's 10 points on study sync, which consists of that you did the actual blast statement and that you did your 8 reviews of others, and then 10 other points on Google Classroom, which consisted of you doing those notes on the background questions and the notes on 3 research articles. Okay, so that was 20 points total. I'm pretty sure I put a comment on people who didn't finish only part of that and reminded you. So if you do anything more that you didn't have complete before for partial credit, make sure and email me and let me know, or else it's way too tricky. Okay, as usual. Okay, so we'll review a bit and maybe look at the top rated responses. So let me pop over to that. Oop, wrong screen. Screen again. I'm gonna stop share, get my screen straight. Hold on just a sec here. Okay. Okay, so we had this, right? Rich background, and you submitted your blast here. Can someone share with, I'm actually unable to see the results of the quick poll. Somebody tell me, put in chat maybe, which was the winner here. Especially if you did it like really late last night or early this morning. Or if you're able to still see that. I don't know whether you guys can see it or not. You can probably see the number crunch. That's the number of men who've walked on the moon. No women yet, ladies, sorry. Anybody able to see that? It's kind of a stupid function of study sync that the teacher can't see the results of those. I guess if I made myself a student, I could go do it. Anybody? Anybody see that? It was either bring peace to the Middle East or cure cancer. You mean those two were close? Noble goals, dreams and aspirations. Okay, good enough. Let's switch over to my screen in just a sec here once I get the, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it off share because I want to share some of the ones that were rated the most high. So let me get into that and I'll just read a couple of those for you and give some people some kudos. I believe the winner was Jaden. I believe Jaden's here. And I'm going to read hers. What steps do people take to make their dreams a reality? Jaden says people take steps by being proactive, studying, and working hard. They also create realistic goals and steps on how to reach that goal. These include long-term and short-term goals. They also celebrate small accomplishments and know when to work and when to enjoy themselves. Very logical. Nice job. That was the highest rated one. At 4.6. See who else here. Ooh, all. To make dreams a reality, people must know how much of their dream they can really accomplish and to what lengths they must go in order to achieve them. What a great sentence there. They must be able to get past all the obstacles in the way and have the ability to do what they must. That is very determined and concise. Couple more. That was a 4.4. Lily Diebold also got a 4.4 from people. Hers reads, to make your dream into reality, you need first to really want it. You must be passionate about it. Then you need to take actions necessary to make your dream come true. If you're really passionate about your dreams, you should be willing to do whatever it takes. Very inspirational. Thank you, Lily. Good job. And Sandia Rai, I don't think she's here, but hers reads also a 4.4. To turn their dreams into reality, people can start by setting things straight, such as what it is they want to achieve and why. If they get down to this, the process will be much easier. They have to be willing to learn from mistakes and keep on trying hard for the future. All right, great job with those. Plenty of others were good too. You'll notice those ones that won, they're not only kind of capturing the idea of the unit and the theme, but they're also written very succinctly and logically and grammatically correct. Pretty impressive. Good job. Somebody else in chat here. They had the same percentage. Bring peace to the Middle East or cure cancer. Okay, so that was tied for first place. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my screen and get onto something else now, because we are going to take a look at our first piece of literature for the unit, which is a short story called The Necklace by an author named Guy de Maupassant. He's French, was French, if you can't tell. Just a sec here. Okay, you can just kind of look at my screen, even though this assignment is in there for you, okay? And then when you go to work on it later, you can open it up yourself. Okay, so if you're wondering where the location of the Access One handout is on this, it's at the top. That's where it usually is with our pieces of literature, okay? You guys are seeing this, right? And here we have our cover page with a little introduction here. And that introduction you'll use to fill in these blanks, okay? So we want to copy and paste this into a Google Doc. I'm not going to check it yet, but I'd like for you to go ahead and do that. Okay, you don't have to do it this second. You could, but let's read through there. So Guy de Maupassant ranks among the world's greatest short story writers. The child of wealthy parents, he grew up among the families of peasants and sailors who lived near his mother's estate in northwest France. His own life experiences are reflected in his work, and he often wrote of peasants, soldiers, and ordinary people caught in disastrous or demeaning situations. Maupassant described his subject as life's, quote, inexplicable, illogical, and contradictory catastrophes, and said that writing should aim not at just telling a story or entertaining us or touching our hearts, but forcing us to think and understand the deeper hidden meaning of events. So it doesn't sound like he's writing about people having dreams and aspirations and necessarily reaching them in this really inspired, satisfying way, but maybe more people reaching out to dreams and aspirations that they don't necessarily accomplish or finish or enjoy like they thought they would. Maybe kind of some sense of irony about that, as often life can go, right? Just because we have dreams and aspirations and try to reach them doesn't mean that we're going to be satisfied and there's just going to be this neat happy ending. It doesn't always work that way, right? And plus, how much does a story like that really teach us? You know, I mean, it can be inspiring, but not everything's going to have a happy ending, right? Okay, there's a short video here. I'm unable to play the audio for you. I still haven't solved that problem yet, but I'm going to play it and the closed captions are on. So it'll just give you some images and some text to kind of preview this for us, and then we'll take a look at the beginning of the story. So there you go. Gives you a little teaser, even kind of a little spoiler, but that's really only kind of the first half of the story. It covers the part that you're going to read. And if you want to watch that with sound and corny piano music, then have at it. Okay. But the those questions in the access thing that you're going to copy and paste and fill in just correspond to this little introduction here. Okay, so I don't want you to get ahead. There's not that much to do. Okay, if we go over to the read tab here we have the story. Okay, you want to you can use the audio if you want to read it. You want to have the annotation button on, okay, orange, so you can annotate the story because I am asking you to do that. I'm going to ask you to read the first 58 paragraphs of this, okay? That sounds like a lot, but they are not long, okay? The story is, let me turn, you can turn on, if you turn on the numbers here, you can see the numbers of the paragraphs, okay? So there are 121 paragraphs reading the first 58, so basically the first half of the story, okay? Expect you to be familiar, expect you to have read and annotated that. And if you look over here on our, back on our agenda for today, Sierra, you need a little help there? You need me to come take care of something for you? Can he hear me? Because I'm telling him to go, yeah, you go away, leave her alone. She's in class right now. That's what I thought. All right, everybody, back on the stream, there is this handout for annotating using color coding, okay? So there it is, remember this? Yellow for marking textual evidence, red for using to note a question you have, green for build a personal connection, and purple for mark vocabulary. Now there are some, you don't have to go exactly with it, but there are some suggestions in the actual access. It's an annotation guide, I believe, okay? So right here, okay, so I can give you some direction on what you might annotate for, okay? I'm not gonna check that real strictly, but that's a general pattern to follow. Okay, so once again, that is there on the agenda today. All right, I can get off my screen share here. So let's see. All right, so first 58 paragraphs, annotate and do those intro questions. That's it for tonight. And you do have your grammar due for tomorrow, so don't forget about that. That's it. Everybody okay? All right. Thanks for coming. I got you marked for being here. Appreciate that. New participation is running and I'll eventually post it. Bye-bye.